Hi guys, Darth Deuce here, and the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch action figure review, and today we're going to take a look at the new Chewbacca figure from the Solo, a Star Wars story movie. I wasn't actually going to pick this guy up originally. I have the 40th anniversary original trilogy Chewbacca, but I ended up getting the Solo Star Wars story Han Solo figure, so I figured I might as well get this one to go with them. Curse my plastic crack addiction. But yeah, so he's actually an exclusive. He's not part of a wave. So up here in Canada, he's an exclusive to EB Games, and they've been getting him in like in droves. Like the EB Games that I was at had like 5 or 6 of them. So I'm expecting this figure's not going to be very hard to find. And in the States, I think he's a GameStop exclusive, though I'm not 100% sure on that. He might be a Target exclusive as well. I don't know. But here he's in the packaging. Pretty cool. You know, got your standard Black Series packaging, got the figure in there. It's quite heavy because it's actually a really big figure. Chewbacca, you got a nice image of Chewbacca there. No number because it's an exclusive. Another larger image of that Chewbacca. And then the write-up says, a mighty Wookiee, nearly 2 centuries old, Chewbacca has fallen upon hard times during the age of the expanding empire. So yeah, he was pretty cool in the movie. Him and Han, they did that relationship really well in the movie, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to get this guy opened up. We'll take a closer look at the figure. Alright, now I got this Chewbacca out of the packaging. He's really cool. It's a really big figure. Like, I can't even fit it all the way on my screen. He's so tall. Yeah, he's really cool. I like him a lot. Yeah, let's just get right into it, I suppose. So here's the head sculpt. The head sculpt is pretty good. You get the eyes. They're painted well, and the nose and the mouth are sculpted and painted pretty well. They're much more generic looking pose, I suppose, or expression rather, and the sculpt of the hair is really nice. Yeah, looks pretty good, and all throughout the figure you got these different shades of browns. You get like the darker brown with the lightish brown around the face, and this really light brown that it all fades into throughout. So I think that's really cool. You get the arms here, which look great, and you get the hands, the fur coming off them, which is really cool. Same over here. You have the bandolier, which is pretty cool. It's a bit more of a heavier duty looking version than his or OT one. It's got more straps going on. You do still have the pouch though. And you got all these cylinders and whatnot. Some are missing, which I think is pretty cool. The paint apps and the sculpt looks really nice on this. This lower part's a softer material, so it can move for the leg articulation. And you got his toes, bottom of his feet there with peg holes, and everything. This looks pretty good. There's not too much to say. It's not like insanely detailed or whatever in terms of the different details. There's a lot of the same stuff, but it looks pretty good. In terms of articulation, I'd say he's a little less, not as good as some other Black Series figures, mainly due to his sculpt. Because of the hair here, you don't get a whole lot of head movement. You do get some, but it's not like a ton. Ball hinge at the shoulders move really good. Ball hinge at the elbow, if you really move it, can make just about 90 degrees. It is hindered a bit because of this fur. Ball hinges at the wrists. A ball joint at the top of the torso. Ball hinges at the hips that really don't have a whole lot of spread, which is unfortunate. They kick forward a decent amount, back quite a bit. Sole cuts at the thighs. Single hinges at the knees, which move just shy 90 degrees. And then ball hinges at the ankles with rockers, but they are sort of hindered because of all the fur. But he has such big feet that he doesn't have too many problems standing, so that's good. In terms of accessories, he comes with a couple of things, which is pretty cool. First off, he does come with his goggles here, which is interesting. And this part's actually like elastic like material, which is really cool. It's not like plastic, so you can, go and put them over his eyes and it'll just elastic around and it'll hold really good. And I think that looks really cool. Definitely a different look for Chewbacca. And he also comes with this big gun or cannon, which is really cool. It's in a nice silver gunmetalish color with some brown paint on the handle, this thing, and the pump there for some detail. Got like the scope, a more brighter silver on the end of the gun. Looks really cool, and it actually is somewhat interactive. So this part here, I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's just supposed to be another handle or something. Just a sec here. But you can actually rotate it like that, and you can fully remove it if you wanted to. Again, not really sure what it is. It just looks like a handle, but yeah. And then you can actually slide the pump. I think that's a really cool feature. It's a little tighter than it should be, I'd say, but you move it a little bit, it'll start going. So that's really cool that they actually did that. I would have expected just to be one solid molded piece, but they actually added the functionality to it, which is really cool. And you can hold the gun, which it's a little tricky because the handle's so big, but his hand is not as pliable as it maybe should be. But you can get him holding that. So there you got him holding the gun. It's a little tricky getting the two-handed pose, but you can get it to work. I kind of wish they would have molded this hand more open, because you're probably going to want to have to warm up this hand to get the stretch to hold it with two hands. But you know, you can get the general gist of it there. I think it looks pretty cool. So I'll do some comparisons real quick. So here he is with the Solo, Star Wars Stories Han Solo. I think they look pretty good together. That's the main reason I got the Chewbacca, so he could go with Han. I think it looks really good. They scale well together. And here he is next to the original trilogy 40th anniversary Chewbacca. This Chewbacca is actually a taller figure. I was wondering if they're going to reuse parts, but I think this is actually this whole figure, I believe, maybe not the arms, but it's hard to tell, but I believe this is almost completely new sculpt to this figure, which is really cool. I'll give you a better look at that. So yeah, over which one I prefer, I'm not sure. I gotta say, I think I do like the paint and the sculpt a bit better on the original trilogy one, but the accessories are a bit cooler on the new one. But they're both really good figures. So yeah, overall this is a really good figure. Sorry about that. Honestly, this is a really good figure. I guess it's not an essential one. If you already have like the OT Chewbacca and you don't need other versions of Chewbacca in your collection, then this is probably an easy pass. But if you're a fan of the Solo Star Wars Story movie and you have the other Solo figures, I think this guy would look really great with them, so I definitely would recommend it. So overall, that's about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.